What up, what up? Welcome back to That Boom Bap. I'm your host, Gary Lee, also known as G Hawkins. Of course, you can find me anywhere online, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, at G Hawkins. That's G Hawkins with the Z. And guess what? We're in the Delta studio, so you know we got something popping. Sitting here with the lovely, the illustrious, the one and only Layla E. Layla, what up, though?
Share it to my page.
This is just a happy Thursday.
It's a happy Thursday.
I'm feeling it. I'm excited.
Yeah.
We got some special guests in the building.
Come on.
Especially, because we up in this Delta studio.
I mean, it's popping in here.
Yes.
It's popping in here.
I'm really happy. And I'm happy to be here.
I'm happy to be here. And then, of course, across from us, we got none other than the Rice Gang himself.
Rice Gang,
the legendary DJ King Tut. Team Tut, what up?
What up, yo? Happy to be back in the fold. Whole clicking team, connecting like Voltron, Mr. Thor and Rice himself. Out here, let's get it. You know what I'm saying? Let's go, let's go, let's go.
That's what's up. And the main man, the bearded gang member himself, the Pied Piper.
Right.
None other than International Reign Supreme. What up, baby?
I'm finally going to accept it. I like it now. It grew on me. I was driving in the, up here. I was like, International Reign Supreme.
Wow.
Then
That's
I got
the
worried
handle.
about this thing happening over in Croatia and this other thing popping off down in there.
That boy done went political. That boy say Croatia.
And I was like, damn, man, if he recognized me to be international, who am I not to accept it?
Talk about it. Facts.
Hey, no printer. That's no printer. But once again, folks, we got a special night tonight. We've got a legendary crew in the building that has been doing shit in this Houston area for over a fucking decade. Ooh. I want to introduce them as none other than the one, the only, the legendary Paid in Full.
Yes.
What up? Wherever it's rated. That's y'all camera.
No doubt.
Camera in the middle. So start off with Mr. Goodbar. Talk to us, my G. What's up?
Hi, my name is Mista Goodbar. I am the MC and host for the Paid in Full crew, and we are happy to be here. Now we're gonna. This Boom Bap. Yo, it's your man, Mr. Goodbar. We here, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Big gang in here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Paid in Full is here, man. So happy to be with the Boom Bap family.
Happy to have you, my
no
G.
doubt.
And of course, you're elbowed up with the illustrious DJ Burb. What up, baby?
How y'all doing, DJ Burb? Mo City, Texas.
Chardonnay Burb.
Chardonnay Burb.
I like it. Chardonnay Burb.
But yeah, that's me. What's up, y'all?
Man, hey, we appreciate you in the building, my
Thank
G.
you, sir.
And of course, none other than a strong man steady himself, DJ Nimbus. What's up?
You know what I'm saying?
What up, yo? Glad to be here again.
Glad to have you, my G.
Yeah.
I feel like I owe you a check or something the way you hit me. Glad to be here, man. I'm here with that professional boy.
We'll take all checks as long as they don't bounce.
Yeah, I feel that. Hey, no bouncing over here, man. But we bouncing whack MCs. That's all we do
Talk
in
about
this
it.
motherfucker.
Talk about it.
But take us back in time, man. Give us this roller coaster ride, this journey. Talk to us about the importance, the legacy of Paid in Full.
I'm gonna turn this over to Burb because he's the kind of the patriarch of this whole thing.
Okay, so back in the old days, I was DJing with I-10 Media. Shout out to Reggie said. I was DJing one night at this place called Blue Water, South of Blue Water Cafe. This cat, I was DJing some joints that people usually don't hear on the radio. And this dude comes to my table. Hey, I don't hear it. Nobody plays that stuff here in Houston. I'm from Austin. You don't play that in Houston.
And I know this shit.
You play it out my CD case. You know what I'm
Just
saying?
raw, just like that.
And so, yeah. Underground stuff, neo soul, and we were vibing off of that. And so after a while, we started throwing parties together at our houses. And
Side note, he was one of the first DJs to come out and support me when I first started. I started right after I met him. I started DJing at the house on Westheimer.
Yeah.
And he was like, I'm going to swing through.
Showing love.
Yep. And so we started throwing our birthday parties at our houses, doing our birthday parties together. And after a while, it got a little too big for the houses.
I blew the house.
People showing up.
People throwing cranberry juice on the ground.
Tearing up.
Tearing things up. We had to move somewhere else. We moved downtown to a place called Pie Lounge. And I let him take over because
What am I?
This is the guy. This is the guy that talks to everybody. I can't talk to people.
I'm like the
Oh, you the
business.
finesser.
Told you, waiting on them.
So
Nestle.
me being the Austin guy, knew all the black people from UT. I'm a Prairie View alumni. So one of my homeboys, shouts out to Desmond Q from UT, opened up Pie Lounge. So when I went to him, I was like, hey man, we got this little house party we want to put in your place. It'd be good for you, be good for us.
Yeah.
And he opened his doors. So the first one over there was my birthday, but we weren't calling it Paid in Full at the time. It was, Burb came up with this name called Don't Bump the Tables.
And that's some real stuff.
It was a house
Because
party.
people were bumping the tables.
So it was a house
Bumping
party.
down tables.
So
You already had it drilled in.
we did
before they
that
got
in
there.
May
Yeah.
for my birthday. My birthday's May 22nd. His in July. So then we came back and we did it the first year. I mean, it was packed.
Yeah.
And we came back and did it the second year. And people was like, man, why don't y'all do this more? I mean, we need this.
Right.
So the next year, something was going on with the venue, so we didn't really plan on it. And like literally the week before, we were like, wait a minute, it's my birthday. We gotta have a party somewhere.
Right.
Just can't be at the house.
No
So I went over to
more house
Deco,
parties.
Okay.
which is directly behind the CVS across from Cyclone Anais. It's a restaurant now. And that's when it became Paid in Full. Free party, paid in full. Old school hip hop, paid in full.
Nice.
Play on words, that's when we officially donned the name, Paid in Full. And I'm gonna say that first one was probably our biggest one ever. We had 550 people that night, no promoters.
Wow.
The other promoters, we ain't gonna call them out, but they started coming to our party doing drive-bys trying to see where their people were.
Yeah.
Hey,
And,
that's how you got the city shook, huh?
We did it 6 months there. We kept them in business their last 6 months because they opened up La Gia and Town Center, which is now gone. So then we moved on to 6th Street Bar and Grill, which is now BB's on Studemont and I-10. The guy who brought us over there got fired, so we didn't know. So when we came back for the next month, it wasn't there. So then we moved to Fox Hollow. You know, shouts out to Drew. He gave us an
Shout out to
opportunity, but just the Washington Strip at that time was kind of a hotbed for black folks not liking that part of town, so we didn't work out there. BBC and So One were at Cellar Bar doing basics, and they kind of gave us a plug on Ryan's spot, so that's how Paid in Full got to Cellar Bar. And that's really where it grew wings because it felt like a house party all over again because it was a dive bar, wasn't nowhere pretty. Deco was pretty. Cellar Bar wasn't pretty.
Right.
But it was dope.
Yeah.
I mean, we was in there like the way we on this couch,
I got pictures. I was there.
the whole inside and
Very
out.
intimate.
Yes.
And we got them some new furniture and new paint jobs. I
Yep.
mean, we did them good.
And a new song.
And a new sign, yeah.
And a new sign.
Hey,
so we
listen,
made them some
We
money.
were spending
How
at
long
the
were
bar in there.
We was at
We was buying
that
that
one
bar.
for 3.5, almost 4 years
Oh, dang, longevity.
at that one spot.
Yeah.
And Ryan just had a different vision of doing karaoke. So he basically killed the DJ event. So then we moved to Jet Lounge. And then Jet
first
Lounge
time.
was a whole
Yeah.
nother era. Because then we went like Detroit underground grimy. It was just, it had a sex swing in there. I mean, it was a whole different
That swing,
I had
that
my
swing was
birthday party
legendary.
there. Just shout out
Yeah,
to me.
like-
So
I
Reed
had
is
my birthday
obviously
party
the
there.
party goer.
Absolutely, man.
That swing was
Dude, it was
legendary.
dope. I got
Brought
a
a crew with
T-shirt
him.
made from the flyer that was made for that
Really?
party.
Yeah.
Hey.
Absolute. I should have wore it tonight.
He
My
came and
bad,
he
y'all.
showed me the T-shirt. We came to the party. Like, hey,
Yeah.
Burb, check it out.
That T-shirt was ill. Ill.
Like,
Very
yo,
ill.
Yes,
he had a flyer
so
on it. It was
dope.
dope.
I'm posting all of this, so when we promote, I'm posting all this.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So we did the Jet Lounge thing. We had a good run there. I had started my house event over at Cafe 4212, so I was already there. We decided to merge Paid in Full over to 4212 as well on the second Friday. So then that gave us another 5 years there. It was like 3 years at one,
Right.
3 at another one, and then so this last year, just I guess we'll just call it.
Over there.
Oh, well, Belvedere wasn't Paid in Full, but we did do a event where we merged Paid in Full with the house called U2,
You too.
Uptown Underground.
Underground.
So Paid in Full was going on the patio, and Exposure was going on the inside.
So,
So you got the
hip-hop
best
house.
of both worlds.
Okay.
I wish I was part of this.
And
Yeah, this was a while back.
we did that for about
I feel
7 or
so
8 months.
Yeah.
So with the move to 4212, that took off again. So one of the beautiful things about this whole thing is We have the pictures from day one to now.
Absolutely.
And you can see some of these people get older. Like, this was all black.
So you got a loyal party.
Right, but it was a
on
community. It
this.
wasn't just a
Yeah.
party. It was like friends who shared a
Yeah.
common interest in true school, old school hip hop,
Brought their friends.
and brought their friends, and then we became friends, and then family.
Yeah.
Like we were joking, we seen people get married.
Talk
We've
about
seen
it.
people have children. We've seen people graduate school for the first time, second or third, depending on what they was doing.
Yeah.
Seen a couple of people get divorces. We've seen 0 fights. We touched on that.
Not one.
Let's speak on
Yo,
that. real
let's talk
quick.
about that.
Not
Listen,
one fight in
not
the
one
entire
fight.
13-year
14
run,
years.
not
one
Weed
fight.
one.
being pulled out or somebody being sucker punched and
Nobody black-eyed.
Now you were at Belvedere. Obviously, you had to have security there.
Not when I was there. We were the only entity to come through there to not be required to have security.
Yeah.
Our crowd has grown.
As a matter of fact,
Well, I'm
And-
grown now, so I can.
for a little while when we were at 4212, they had to have security just for their own premises. So they would be there at the event with us. The security guard on the dance floor partying with us because he's like, this is the best 4 or 5 hours of my night because I'm just chilling. I don't
We've
do anything
been
but enjoy the
consistent
music.
with quality. That's the one thing a lot of people take for granted who supports their events. I'll say for us, because it became family, there's a different level of respect for when this person I know, I'm not going to ruin his stuff and this is my boy.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I'm
That's
a
right.
chill. Even if I'm mad, y'all don't
Right.
might not even, we're not even going to handle it in the parking lot. We just
Or
not
Sure,
handle it.
right.
If you are mad, you just don't show up.
Yeah, you just
Just stay
stay
home.
where you at
Yeah.
until you calm
go
down.
home, just go
And then you
home.
come back 3-4 months later and, we didn't even know you were mad. We just figured you were sick.
Yeah.
Oh
You know.
man.
Absolutely.
So the Paid in Full, you kind of gone through the origins and talked about it. So would you consider it like a passion project? Is it just a side hustle? Like what is it?
There are no side hustles.
I just meant in a standpoint
you're
of, how you guys are doing these things. I'm sure you're working with the venues or whatnot, but it seems like you're providing them a huge, much needed service.
It's a music movement.
Yes.
Okay, so it's all about the passion of music.
We love.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, we love music. Obviously, that's why we're all here.
Yeah.
The thing is, we did not necessarily say this is our end game goal to be so big by this time. It's like when you're doing what you're supposed to do,
Talk about it.
it takes its own course and becomes. Obviously I'm a house music DJ, right?
Okay.
And we look at people like Frankie Knuckles. They revere him as the Godfather of house. He didn't say I'm going to be the Godfather of house. He just came up and DJ because somebody asked him to do it, and he was so good at what he did. He inspired a whole bunch of other people to make something called house because it wasn't even house when he did it.
Okay.
And what we've done is we've had DJs come to us and say, you know what, I'm DJing because of y'all.
Yeah.
Big Lou.
Shout
Big
to
Lou.
Big, shout to
Big
Big
Lou,
Lou.
man.
We've
Shout to Big
That
had,
felt good too when he said that last man.
Yeah.
and we don't know that we're making you want to go out and get your turntables because you got music or you want to actually play this obscure music you've been feeling because you didn't know people would listen to it. We just do it because it's what we felt we were supposed to do, and wherever it goes is where it goes, however big, small. We're just happy that we can. How many DJs can say they've been DJing for more than, we've been DJing together for 15 years. Paid in Full is only 13 years.
20 years for me, man.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yo, we
But
just
it's-
aged you.
It's kind of like it's kind of to the effect of when you find your tribe. You know what I mean? And it doesn't feel like it needed to have a purpose or an end goal. It was honestly just the fact of us coming together playing the music that we like.
I got you.
Because he wasn't even with us on day one.
Yeah, I
Right.
wasn't day one. I'm the baby of the crew.
here's your story. So we were doing a house party. Me and Nimbus, a friend of mine. Shout out to
Wu Gambino, what up, mama?
Stephanie.
Yup.
Doing a
Upstairs.
party at her house. He had broke his foot. So we were out there DJing, me and him.
I had that big boot on. You know that boot that you got.
Walking
strapped?
boot jump.
Yeah.
Mega boot.
yeah.
He decided to sit next to the DJ booth.
Well, let me go back 1 second. I was at all of the Paid in Fulls that they described, but I was on the dance floor. You know what I'm saying? I was out there getting it, and then I broke my foot, and then
Okay.
So he was sitting next to the DJ booth, a table, whatever you call it in the house. He was sitting next to the turntables, and he just sitting there on the stool, just chilling. I said, man, take this mic and say something, man.
Don't give
just
Mr.
say
Goodbar.
something.
Yeah, don't give Mr. Goodbar a mic. He ain't giving it back.
And so
But he wasn't Mr. Goodbar then.
I was just Marcus.
I was just
Well,
Marcus.
you've done
So this is the
Oh,
infancy of Mr. Goodbar.
This
This
is
is the
yeah,
addition.
Absolutely.
And so
Yes.
it's fun to watch this because we're watching this dude now. He's a radio host.
Yeah.
All the things that were
Podcast
birthed out of
Shout out to the Remedy.
this
Yeah, you know?
union. And that's what I believe the culture, you know, LL be talking about, we're doing this for the culture. We're doing this for the culture. This is the culture. This,
Yeah.
you know, everybody wants to be what somebody else was or when another time was. We're doing us now. We were doing this before everybody want to throw We Love the 90s parties and
Oh my God.
all the other things. And, you know, I'm going to just say it.
Talk
The
about it.
reason we lived and have survived and still going is because we did it for the right reason. This wasn't
That's
the side
important.
hustle.
Right.
This
It was passion.
the only thing that mattered.
It wasn't the money grab. It was
We
really on
have-
some passion type shit, which is dope, which is
Yeah.
fire. And you can see that kind of in y'all energy. You know what I mean? What you did for us and then everything else, like it's fire. You can see the passion. So
I mean, you know, for the way I put it is I have a 9-to-5 job.
I'm a business owner.
You know, and this is something we can do for fun. Like, you know, the other DJ and stuff I was doing, it was because, hey, there's money there,
Yeah.
let's get it. But it's like, okay, now I can play the stuff that I listen to all the time and not get any flack for it.
right.
You
We
know?
created the event, so we create the rules. It's like
Absolutely.
nobody's telling us we want to hear this, that, and by this time you got to play Go Getter and well, they muting R. Kelly anyway. But I can tell you a promoter would literally come up to the DJ booth at Belvedere, not on my night, and be like, all right, at
Yeah, it's
midnight,
time.
you got to be having it turned up in here. And you got to have this song, so when they walking in, they ready to buy bottles.
You know, the funny thing is, how do they know that?
Wow, that's crazy.
Like for real, like how do you know that you're not a DJ? Like
that's the
I
point.
Everybody-
choose to decide when to turn up.
Thinks they're a DJ because most people don't know what the art entails or how you even go about being an ambiance architect. And as have been referred to, is our job is to steer a mood, tell a story, make people feel a certain way, whatever, through the music.
Right.
Most people are human jukeboxes because they saw other people doing it and not
Talk about it.
understanding why they were doing it.
Which is why those 90s, We Love the 90s and hip hop throwback nights, they don't last because you're not doing it for the right reason. You're emulating something that you saw that you think works and was going to work
Speak
for
on
you.
that.
I'm not going to call the lady's name. There was a female DJ from 979, younger DJ, who was having a debate with Def Jam Blaster and Aggravated.
Shout out to Blaster and Aggravated.
And she was like, if I want to do a 90s party, I could just go research the people who were, and they looked at her and they was like, we don't have to research nothing, we lived it.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right.
And that
Vivid. Yeah.
essentially states how we came to be. We are playing the music that shaped our lives. His name, DJ Burb, has a significant meaning of what the music versus who he is and how they come together. DJ
Right.
Nimbus wasn't just some, let me think, I just come up with a random ass name. There's a meaning to everything we do.
And my name is off of a 90s hip hop song.
See?
True heads know. I'm not even gonna, I'm gonna let the, I'm gonna
Well,
let the
let's
true
talk
heads
a little
know.
bit more about the name. So tell us a little bit more. How did you get your name?
I was listening to music on random, and one of my favorite albums was playing. Mama Said Knock You Out,
Hey.
and then the verse goes, "Hello, my name is Mista Goodbar. I came to offer champagne. Later on, maybe I'll tell you my real name." I was like,
No, that was some slick
real.
stuff.
"That's mine.
Four
mine.
and five.
Yeah.
That's mine. That's mine."
I'm taking it all.
Yep.
For me, I grew up in the suburbs of Missouri City. DJ
Shout out to the
Burb.
Mo.
And you would hear the music of the streets on the radio, but I'm not from the streets. I'm the burbs. That's where I'm from. But a lot of that music, it took me on a journey. And also some of it, people from, for example, Tribe Called Quest and De La Soul.
Yeah.
I related to that kind of stuff. Like, oh, I can relate to that one.
Yeah.
You know, because they're kind of like me. You know, I grew up in areas where they didn't have to worry about getting shot or all that kind of stuff. They're
Right.
like me. And so it's like, you know, DJ Burb, because I'm from the burbs.
That's it.
That's all this to
That's
it.
so dope. I like
I'm
that.
from the burbs. I'm not going to front and say I'm from the streets. This is who I am.
Yeah.
But the music I'm playing is for everybody.
Absolutely.
Got it.
So, you know, that's my thing. I listen to the radio all night long before I go to school in the morning. My dad would get on my case about it because I had a plug plugged to the back of my bed. My dad was a firefighter. He was like,
Set the house
fire
on.
in his house. He got take it out of the way. But,
Better listen to Dad.
but that radio was going all the time while I was going to sleep. So, to what she was saying earlier about the lady saying, you know, she can go find a list of 90s music and play it. Well, at that time, I was hearing music that one-hit wonders, things that were one-hitter quitters, that you're not going to hear or see on that list of things you're talking about.
Absolutely.
And that's the point I
People
wanted
that
to
come
make.
to Paid in Full, I'm
They
going to
get
know
to
that
hit it.
song, like, oh, I would have heard that song a couple times. That was my jam. Why did I stop playing it?
Exactly.
Facts.
Yeah, we play everything, not the top 10 off of
Of the year.
the
type
top
stuff.
40
That's
list
why
or
we do
whatever.
this.
Like
That's what I
the
do.
album cut that didn't, the album cut that you know that was fire, but
Prince
like no
Rakeem.
one plays it. You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? Where you
Prince
like, yo,
Prince-
That
Prince
definitely
Rakeem.
makes y'all stand out.
RZA. The
Right.
old school RZA.
Yeah.
right.
Oh, we love you, Rakim.
Oh, we love you,
How many
Rakim.
times you heard that radio? You hear it a lot.
Yeah.
When the Jizza was,
Hey, well, we're going to set up a karaoke station.
We ain't gonna be karaoke.
Hey.
All right, karaoke
when
at the
the
speed.
Jizza wanted girls just to come do them.
Yeah.
New Jack rap.
Yeah.
The last name of the group, Nimbus, you know, I was big into weather when I was young. When I first decided I was gonna be a DJ,
Yeah.
you know, first thing you gotta do your mix CDs, right? And I was like, you know, I gotta come up with a picture or something. And I was like, when I got laid off from my engineering job, now I'm hustling. So now I'm selling mix CDs and
Yeah.
trying to start this business. So when I found this one thunderstorm cloud, I was like, that's a big ass cloud. It's kind of powerful. Nimbus.
Boom.
Because this describes my music. Powerful, but yet relaxing, depending on which way, because house is 99% of what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So there's, you know, people always say when it's raining outside, you start feeling a certain way. My music was speaking of that.
Yeah.
But just on the hip hop side, you know, Nimbus Cloud come tear your shit up.
Talk about it.
Okay, well, I just realized that y'all need to come together and help me get a cool name. You know what I'm saying? We got
Layla.
Ream Supreme.
You already-
G House.
You already got one?
Layla
I
is
can have
fire.
another nickname that only the real people know about. You know what I'm saying?
crazy.
Yeah.
Can't do
Yeah.
L Boogie because everybody
Nah,
want to be
okay.
that.
Nah,
Yeah,
nah,
but it gotta be
nah.
fire, more fire.
I'ma let
than
y'all
that.
Don't do
about
all
that.
the littles, don't do all the bigs, and all the youngs.
So break it down for those that are tuned in right now, for those that are watching this. What can they expect when they? What's that environment like? What's that vibe like? What's that feel like when they walk into a paid in full event?
Our job is to make you feel like you're in a family environment, partying at a family reunion or a class reunion. Just, we're not into pretentiousness. We're not into people being stuck up. We're not into any of that. First of all, as your host of the event, I have rules that are set aside. First of all, we're not going to be rude to anybody. Second of all, when you leave Paid in Full, you're going to leave with more friends than you came with.
Nice.
We're going to introduce ourselves. We're going to talk. We're going to touch and agree. We're going to enjoy music because I believe that music binds our community.
Yes.
And we service the community. So we're going to take this music that we love and we're going to grow our community by being what we want people to aspire to. We want people to reach out and touch people and connect. Do you have any idea? Can I brag on Mista Goodbar right quick?
Absolutely.
There is a couple walking the Houston streets right now that I introduced that are married right now. And that is the point of all of
Might be a couple of them.
It's
There's
a
a
couple, but I
couple
know
of them.
it's one I know for sure. And that to
They
me,
live on our side of town.
yes, they do. And shout out to them. And Mr. and Mrs. Sanders, and I love them because they are the epitome of what Paid in Full is about. The fact that I took a man who saw a woman and he was too nervous to speak to her, and I broke that
Man,
ice.
Go get over there, man.
And then
Good trip.
6 months later, they were married. That's what we're talking about. There are friendships that have been created through Paid in Full. There have been other types of unions, businesses built. I mean, connections being made, and there are a lot of people walking the city of Houston saying, "Oh, I met him at Paid in Full." That's what it's all about. So when you walk in the door, if it's your first time, it's not going to feel like you've never been there before. I'm going to welcome you. They're going to welcome you.
I
The
even
people
go out there
who've
and play
been there.
dominoes with him sometimes when he's on the turntables and I'm not doing, you know.
Well, this means that I know where I'm gonna be every second Saturday.
Talk about it. Plug it.
Every
Plug
Who
it.
the hell? Who the hell needs Bumble and Tinder? We got Paid in Full right here. Let's get it poppin'.
You can interview
I'm not
him.
even mad at you on that. That's dope though. That's dope.
Social media
My man,
live.
that how long did I brag about? Like, that blew my heart away when they told me they walked up to me and look, we got engaged. I'm like, what? But
check it
that's
out.
what it's all about. That's what
If
it's
you
all
want to
about.
talk to a girl that paid in full, and you know how to do it, have Mr. Goodbar help you out.
I'm not afraid of anybody.
He
I'll
is
talk
not
to
scared of
everybody.
anybody.
I will speak to everybody, and I'm so honest and I'm loving, and we are all
Or vice versa.
we breaking
But we
it
can
up.
tell you how you can strike out a Paid in Full
Oh,
if you want to
wow.
talk to a girl.
Yeah. Oh.
Start talking about, man, this music whack, man. They should be playing the Migos. That'll get you thrown out. The girl will remove you out. She'll be like,
We've had ladies do that. For
she's
real.
like,
And if I could just jump in for a second and give my testimony, I followed you guys since the Cellar.
Oh yeah.
celebrate.
Before that, you were at the spot over there off Washington.
At Fox Hollow?
He came
No,
to
Fox Hollow, the social bar.
Social.
Social
Junk.
Yeah.
That's the first time I met you.
That was the first time he showing up too, and then right after Social was Cellar.
Soul
I
Food
started going through
Sundays.
there. Yo,
Shout out Melinda.
I got pictures of me and Kim, what she go by?
Kim
Coco.
Samaj. Kimmy
Yeah,
Coco.
yeah.
Shout out to Kimmy out there in
Shout out to
ATL.
Kimmy. I got pictures of me being like next to her doing this because I'm dancing. Just the vibe being so dope, man. I got another picture that Burb tagged me in a long time ago. I'm off to the like right of the area by the pool table, and he's spinning, and you see my face with the ugly grin, like. Yo, the music is what definitely did it for me, and going back to what we were saying earlier about other DJs and them playing the hits. The hits are cool. But when you hear the joints that you were listening to in your room when you was on punishment and you didn't go nowhere,
Yep.
that's when you're feeling like you're at home. Or like you said, some of the one-hit wonders that dropped some really dope material you just didn't hear from them no more.
Redhead
Right.
Kingpin.
Redhead Kingpin is one. I can name a couple of others also, but when you get in that real music, it's something to celebrate. And I gotta be honest, sometimes I gotta fall back because I'll go like six times in a row and be like, wait, I gotta get that feeling back, and I'll fall back for a little bit and then go again.
Yeah.
But it's always the same feel, man, and it's actually really glad to have all three of y'all here together at once because all of y'all have been on the show, before. What I'm looking to find out, right, because I've been following you guys and I'm really excited about February 9th and beyond. What do we expect? Like, it's almost a shift. It's on a Saturday now. There's some daylight involved. Like, you got to walk me into people.
Well, our crowd has really kind of changed. We're not the type of people to try to pigeonhole our crowd into what it used to be. We're evolving with them. You know what I'm saying? So we feel like our job is to service the people who we're doing this for. And so we feel like the way that the setup now is with the day party and changing venues is going to make it more comfortable for the people who support us, and also for new people who want to get on, and join in and enjoy. There have been people who talked about it and wanted to participate and wanted to be part, but couldn't do it because they had this commitment during these hours, or they have to get up in the morning and go to work and do things like that. So it's like this is an opportunity for us to service people in a different time space. And also to just acknowledge the fact that our crowd that grew up with us, they're our age, they have responsibilities, they have things they want to do, but they still want to participate.
Right. There's, I guess, I'm glad you asked the question. Let's talk about the venue. So, I, as a black-owned business, support other black-owned businesses. So, shouts to 4212, Walter, for the time that we had there. But this new venue is another venue of same type of ownership. Faces. Ed is a true school hip hop fan himself, so when I met with him and actually told him what we have already done, gave him the whole rundown, basically today's show, that's what I caught him up on, he was like, I really want to change the environment of music going on in my space, and this sounds like something I'd really be interested in. And I met his wife today, and we actually talked. She was like, yo, you talking about like real hip hop? Because normally I get y'all going and I go home. She's like, I'm staying for this because this is something that speaks to what I like to listen to. So anytime you have the ownership behind what you're doing, that's already a good sign.
That's a lot.
That one, you're not fighting any ridiculous battles of, we know y'all true school hip hop and all, but can y'all be ratchet a little bit? I mean, we like that ignorant stuff. I mean, so we don't have that issue. The sound system there is definitely on point, which we all know for those of us who love true music, gotta be good on that regard. We're gonna have a food truck, Boogie Chicago style barbecue. he's a big supporter of what we've done. He's been a faithful follower of Paid in Full and a lot of the Chicagoans in Houston. Shout out to the crew.
We shout to Chi-Town.
So we got the food, got the hookahs, a little patio for the cigar smokers,
Nice, I'll
table
be
for
there.
the domino players.
Oh,
Clearly
yeah.
got drinks because it is what it is. We got 8 hours now, so we've added an additional 3. So being we're going longer, I thought it'd be a great idea to have 6 of our closest DJ comrades in the community to share this special day with us.
Nice.
So we got Soul One, we got Good Grief, we got
brother,
Soul
what up?
Control, which is Anarchy and Elevated. We got Flash Gordon. And,
Okay.
Shout out Flash.
I think that's all 6, right?
Good grief.
I
We
said-
got
yeah,
Grief.
yeah,
we
we
got
got Grief.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
Elevated
it's 6
and
of them, but that's
Anarchy.
not. They're not the only 6. So that's gonna be this one, but each month we're bringing. One of the things we've done, we've had like all the old school and underground DJs play at Paid in Full, but normally we could only have 1, maybe 2, just because we had a much shorter window of time. So now that we have more time, expect to see more per show.
Love that.
So you don't want to show up late because you might have missed what already happened.
Absolutely.
And we don't. This is really like a marathon type deal. Don't walk in, it's the last hour. I want to be seen by Gucci.
Wait. I hate to cut you off, but I got to make sure that I'm understanding this correctly.
Get
What
ready.
you're saying is not only are you, keeping the brand alive, you're bringing the brand back, so we know what to expect as far as the party. But now it's more catered to let's say the more grown and sexy with the daytime and everything. Like Wifey just said, old people like to drink during the day. Shout out
Melinda.
Wifey.
Shit, what's up, Mel?
Yo,
Yeah.
I swear she's a crook in the building. I swear.
She's on that corner
So
right
we're
now.
really.
Yo, she ain't even here. The respect is heavy. Like, yo, hey.
I don't want no
everybody.
problems with
But,
None.
but now y'all gonna open it up where y'all have other DJs. That,
Even live performances too. I mean, we're looking at, as we say, the future. It was never just about us 3 because
Absolutely.
we have never not had those doors open. It's just we had to be more judicious about when we were going to do it.
And for those who followed us for a long time, this is not a departure from what we've been doing over the last few years. We've had live performances. We're the only club, we're the only hip hop party. I'm gonna say it into the camera. We're the only hip hop party that had Lady of Rage perform. I said it. That's right. Paid in Full did that.
live remixing
know what
over
I'm
here,
saying?
driving the turntable.
We did
she
that.
on the mic.
We had the Hue perform.
But we've had a lot of people.
We've had a
show
lot of
up
people show up. Like,
just because they heard about Paid in Full in other states. Like when we get to Houston,
coming
take us
through.
to that place.
And so, like Nimbus was saying, now we have a larger span of time
So we
to
can
where
do
we
more.
can do more. These are all things that we'd all
We've
planned
already
to do
done
the whole
this.
time.
Impromptu.
But now we can really
so let me ask
invest
you.
in it.
So let me get. I'm throwing something out because my brain's spinning right now because I'm really excited about everything that's going on. The 6 DJs, the concept, the longer hours. I think will be fire because I'm a big proponent of these, and it's just something to throw out there, kick the tires up. A Paid in Full silent party, because you do house music, and you do old school hip hop. You get another DJ that does maybe some old school R&B. You can play MC between all 3, just changing your channel to talk through it. When I went to a silent party, I really loved it. But I think with the way you guys do different things, that could be fire. That's just the concept of
I
that
see
could be dope. You know what I'm saying? So
see
it's
it too.
just an idea, like just because I was like, yo, this will be because you get your vibe. Everybody gets their own vibe.
That would be a change of the brand as well, though.
Cause Paid in Full is strictly
Old school.
the old school. 'Cause like I have an event exposure.
Okay.
Now, every now and then he can pop in and spin some house too, but there have been people that follow me for both. They're like, yo, man, can you go ahead and do that old school? And I'm like, not tonight, because the exposure is for my house heads.
Right.
When you see me at Paid in Full, the best you can hope for is might be a hip house set, because it's
Yeah.
still hip hop.
And the wonderful thing about the 3 of us is that we all, are masters of crafts. This is the king of house music in the city of Houston. I said it. This is the king of hip hop underground. I'm the king of R&B in Houston. I said it.
No.
Jacquees, what's good?
You know what?
No, exactly. Jacquees.
So there.
Jacquees was popping.
I'm the
But
king
that-
of podcasts.
You know
what I'm saying?
Shit, let
You
me
gotta
step up
talk
there.
your shit. Talk your shit.
King of
Talk your shit, but that's what I'm saying. To your point, there are avenues they have the remedy if they want the neo soul. They got DJ Burb for the underground hip hop if they have to have it.
Club Nimbus.
Club Nimbus is the house, you know what I'm saying? And we're blessed to be able to have the three of us who can collaborate on the hip. Paid in Full is strictly going to be hip hop, hands
No,
down. And I get where you.
Yeah, I'm just like combining it.
But that was
Yeah.
kind of the U2 thing. The
That
only
was the
difference
U2
was
thing.
Yeah.
Hip hop and soul.
Yeah,
what we were
yeah.
doing, but like with U2 is exactly what you said, except it wasn't silent. I'm not a fan of the silent thing because I want to feel the bass. I mean, like I need your clothes to be shaking
Yeah.
when you walk in a room.
And we're big fans
And-
of the watch this moment. Like he'll come back and he'll be like, watch this.
Because let's go back to the most infamous story ever. So this dude right
Oh, we gotta
was
tell this one.
spinning I Get Around.
Yeah.
And
Shout to
some-
John.
No, but his
Shout
foot,
to
you
John.
see the foot right here? If it wasn't his foot, 'cause we still trying to figure out who did it.
Because I was in front of the
Kill
booth.
the Power.
What was he playing?
He was playing I
I Get Around by
Oh,
Tupac.
wow.
Yeah.
Woo.
And they was singing in unison the whole time the power was out. And then when the power came back on, it was on beat.
The crowd thought
But I'm
that
saying, but the music didn't stop. It's like
Right.
it came back in. It was almost like he hit the
Laptop
fader.
was on
That's
bad.
crazy.
So it was still going.
That's
Right.
fire.
When it came back on, the
But
crowd
if it was
started-
silent-
oh man.
Yeah. We were like,
Yeah.
what?
So we back there scrambling, trying to figure out what's going on.
And
They
they
singing
sing.
the song.
I'm going like this. All right, y'all keep singing. I'm trying to keep them
I think-
going.
I
While
think
they
the
fixed
video
it.
Until they fixed
that
it, they fixed it
We
back.
fixed it. It came back
But the
on.
music was
They were
still
right
playing
on
it
point.
on cue.
The two came back together.
That's the kind of crowd we
That
I wanted to leave.
Live.
That was the most
That means y'all were walking in purpose.
man.
Right,
That
and
was
Y'all were doing what
I
y'all
think
supposed to
some of the, no disrespect to silent parties, but I think some of the, I don't want to call it gimmicks because that's like a negative connotation, but just these concepts take away some of the most important things of like when you think about way back then, we didn't have technology. It's like everybody who talks about the 80s and 90s talk about making love to the speaker or going behind the speaker, doing whatever they were doing.
and one of those
And-
things is like
Randy
to
got a
Nimbus's
story for
point. It's like one of the strengths of Paid in Full has been the ability to galvanize the crowd.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, there have been times where like I think you played Orange Juice Jones.
Oh, yeah, no,
And
they
I made the whole crowd get into a choir stance, and the whole crowd was swaying and singing the song. These are the type of moments that we want to create. You know what I mean?
I got you.
It's just yeah.
Now,
man.
if somebody booked me for a silent party,
You there.
it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
But you know,
Get the check.
I don't like. I like to be able to as a DJ. We do this
Hear it.
when he goes on. I'm not like somewhere down the street doing. I'm listening to this dude. One thing you don't hear with our show, we don't repeat no songs.
Not once.
Oh, that is.
When we
never
say
thought about
5
Not
hours
once.
straight, me and him don't play the same music.
Every once in a
Not
while.
once.
I mean,
It happens every once in a while.
if it happens, it's like once
rarely.
every
Yeah, rarely.
10,000 songs.
Right.
He might have went to the restroom and just didn't hear me play it. He don't be like, oh, that fool gonna play it.
No,
I'm bad.
that's
I'm gonna
important.
play it again.
Yep.
Yeah.
When-
That means your catalog is that
Huge.
deep.
So when
Like,
DJs talk about, man, don't be playing all the heaters. Well, how many songs you got? 30?
Pretty much.
You can play what you want.
no comment.
I got 40 years, 30 years worth of music.
That's real.
That's
If
a
you
deep
can't-
catalog.
In 5 hours, I'm gonna tell you this, and this is just a little pat on my back. I DJ'd this Missouri Hair event, 16 hours, 9 on the first day, 7 on the second day. Didn't repeat one song.
Talk about it.
Damn.
That's crazy.
There's a lot of heat
Victor
out
Price, big shout out to him. That's how me and that guy, he was like, wait a minute, dude, you just been playing all day.
there. We believe.
So tomorrow gonna be like the same thing. The next day,
Yeah.
you ain't played nothing from yesterday.
Talk about it.
No. If you a true DJ, you should be a collector of music. If you're a collector of music, you should have music.
Yeah.
Hello.
You got music, you can play it.
So I do have a question that I normally ask guests. Do y'all have? All right, getting ready. Y'all already know where this is going.
Probably not.
Do y'all have Eddie Murphy party all the time?
I just
hate that
yeah. I do have it.
AKA
do.
written by,
Yes,
written
I
by
do.
Rick James. You know what I'm saying?
I hate the song.
That is one of my favorite songs ever.
I do have
Oh
it.
my god!
Yeah,
I feel like that's my anthem. I feel like if
Man,
I
there's a
walk
party all
in,
the time.
I want to hear. I
Somebody
want to hear
needs to play
"Lounging"
that
on
song.
Saturday by
That's,
Exclusion.
but
That's
that's
my
my
shit.
childhood.
Which one?
though.
The
Lounge
street
in.
mix or the
Friday
regular
night
mix?
videos.
Street mix.
That's where I first
now
heard
your
that.
parents should not have let you
That
watch
beat
that
come in
video.
at
Friday
night.
night videos.
Down
Got
in the
my catalog
boondocks.
stuff.
you know?
That was fire.
man,
I love
yeah,
it.
yeah.
That's
Eddie
my
Murphy,
shit.
huh? He got a song out. Guess I gotta go.
I jammed his brother 783.
That's crazy.
Eddie Murphy really
Yeah,
ain't that
783,
bad. While
yeah.
everybody trying
783.
to
I was a kid. I was a kid.
What group?
You know what I'm saying?
783.
783. That's Eddie Murphy's brother.
That's something.
Wait, that was Charlie?
That was
Wait, we
one
have
of.
to start
Nah,
all
what's
the
up?
way back. What just happened?
So when he was, I
being
said
a
I don't
DJ
like
put me
the Eddie Murphy stuff, but I said I jammed his brother. And he was like, what brother? I said the group 783. I don't know his brother's name.
783.
The number 7, the letter A, and the number 3. They was skating before Lupe was skating. This was way back.
Some real
Oh,
kick.
They was like some.
me on this stuff.
Paid in full jewels.
I'm gonna say what, like 89,
It was about 89.
89.
Because I still remember the album cover, I think.
They was skate the whole
Yep.
video because they was like from California. And they got the skate park pools and things.
Oh,
they
you
was
talking about Cali skate, not
yeah.
no ATL
No, not on
skate.
no skate
Talking about
skates.
kick
We
push
talking about
skate.
skateboard.
I
no.
got
We
you.
talking Tony Hawk doing
Yeah.
flips and stunt skate.
The real deal.
When they was like the California version of De La Soul when they was doing the whole crazy,
Oh, that's so dope.
you know, I don't even say De La was on the Afrocentric when they was wearing like the stripes and the polka dots and
Yeah.
that was that era. But you know, Cali was always on
With
the
Daisy Age, which they hate.
yeah the
I'm a
Daisy.
YouTube
Which
guy.
they hate me.
Oh no, they had a couple songs jam. That was in that one hit quick, just like Bobcat. See, that same era.
Oh, that's so dope.
That's that paid in full, man. Like,
But-
look at that knowledge. You can just hear the knowledge
know.
come out
Right.
in the
It's
conversations.
just memories for me, man. It's nostalgia for me.
Yeah.
We got the VHSs. I got all the Yo MTV Raps, Rap City,
I'm so
Midnight
jealous.
Love,
Basement.
Video
Video
Vibrations,
Soul.
Video Soul.
I used to have Pump It Up. Somebody
recorded all
raised
of
that
that?
joint.
And real
Yeah,
quick.
I mean, I got,
Real quick, I got to jump in here and shout out Grandfather Clock, who
yeah, because
comes
he
through.
put
What
the
I do
He
video.
puts up these the videos to match a lot of the songs that we played. There's a
Nice.
lot of
Fire.
videos you haven't seen. So yeah, shout out to
He
Grandfather
played a
Clock.
lot of the
Takes
old
a
school
village.
Rap City
You know what I'm
videos,
saying?
Yo MTV Rap videos, the things that he finds underground somewhere that we don't know where he found them from.
Yeah.
Don't even know it exists.
They don't know they exist. There's a video for that. You
Area
remember-
51.
Yeah,
Every once in a while you see me out in
absolutely.
the crowd talking, I'm like, there's a video for that?
Yeah.
I didn't know.
You will see like Adele the
He's
Funky
like,
Homo
they didn't even
Sapien video. that you have
release this
never
video.
seen.
And I
Yeah,
got
that's
it.
crazy.
Shout out to Grandfather
That's
Clock.
what's
You know,
up. Paid in full as a community, man.
100%.
Another thing, right? It's funny. I'm on that vibe, man. Yo, you could expect to see so many of the same people when you go to these
Absolutely.
events, man. So
family.
definitely shout out to Grandfather Clock. He's always in the building, man. So I look forward to seeing, you know, the crowd because those are my friends. My friends.
You
Absolutely.
said community. You know, it's so deep in the community to us that we have people out there selling T-shirts. We have people that we have people sell cigars in the back. We have people that come through because they know who we are and it's, hey, can I
Be a
do
part of this?
Can I be a part of this somehow? Can I sell my T-shirts? Sure. Go ahead, man. We don't care as long as you let us know ahead of time because we
Yeah.
don't want everybody out there selling their T-shirts.
Yeah.
Yeah,
for
this
sure.
ain't the flea
This
market.
ain't the flea
This
market.
is the community.
This is
The
family.
Yeah.
community is family. You know, people that we
And these are people who are active in the community. There's the difference between hustle man from the full flow want to come down and just set up shop at whatever anybody's doing, versus a person's like, you know what, we perform. Sometimes we DJ, sometimes we MC, and we have merchandise that helps us do what we do.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll even say Ella with the Crumville.
Crumville.
She was selling a little pop-up stand at our events before she had brick and mortar.
Yeah.
That's so
You know, and
dope.
people came because, you know, they was eating her
Gave me my
stuff.
first vegan cupcake.
And,
Wasn't
you know,
bad. Wasn't bad.
those are the type of things where, like, we didn't let everybody come, but it's like people who let other people know where they were going to be, what we were doing, and to support it, we've always been down for that.
Absolutely.
I
Love
like
that,
This is
man.
a real community.
It's community,
I
man,
love
and
that.
and that's what it's about. It's about that paid in full, man. We appreciate y'all so much just
Thank
for
y'all,
coming
man.
on.
Thank
We
y'all
know,
for
man.
having us.
Salute for what y'all have
y'all.
done and what y'all doing in the culture. Obviously, this is second Saturday every month.
Every month.
Faces Ultra Lounge. What's the address for Faces Ultra Lounge?
5104 Almeida.
5104 Alameda from 3 p.m. until
11.
full fucking day.
Yes,
I'm
yes.
talking for our brunch people. We're talking for our afternoon people, for our night
And
people.
the
Y'all are
food-
covering it.
Food truck, I can speak to Boogies. You're
Boogies
going to be
is
full.
popping.
You're going to be full.
So we'll come wearing comfortable shoes.
Yes.
Don't be in your Gucci high heels because they're going to get broke.
Got your paid in full shirt. Wear it on Saturday.
Wear it on Saturday,
Love
please. And we will have some
I
on
need to pay
deck.
the full
I'll say,
shirt.
where we can cop the merch? I'm curious.
Holla at me
Merch.
at Mista Goodbar on Instagram or on Twitter. Hit me up and I'll get them pressed up for you. We're actually going to have some on deck, limited amount on Saturday. So come through
Nice.
and get your joints. You
Big
know what
man
I'm saying?
sizes don't sleep on us.
If you want one of
I
these,
got you, brother. I
If
got
you want
you.
these joints, if you want one of these joints, hit me up.
Tribe vibe.
Try
So,
by
yo, I
joint.
didn't put my order in. Just,
Okay.
you know.
Yeah. So yeah, we're
Good
looking
for it.
forward to it. And also, most importantly, leave the pretentiousness at the car.
There
Leave
it
in the
is.
car and come in ready to be open
It's fun.
to meeting people, and
If
having a
you
good
don't
time.
leave it in
man.
the car, we're going to beat it off with you with the bass
Yeah,
anyway.
absolutely.
Don't come in there trying to be cool, walk out with your rayon.
Y'all gonna be
sweater
there,
on.
right?
Put it on the
Yeah.
phone.
I'm in.
That's the song though. Wait a
It's on
minute.
deck. It's on deck.
You can't fight with the song player, dog. You
You
good now. You
Big
good.
shouts
You
out
good.
to my
You
wife.
good, man.
She just
And
checked
where
in. We
can
got you a
people
shirt.
find
find me, I'm on Facebook, Jason DJ Burb Rogers.
You giving the Govy out?
I'm giving the Govy. That's my Facebook. Or DJ Burb on Facebook. I'm also on Twitter.
They're
DJ
gonna like steal
Burb.
his social security number now.
Instagram, DJ Burb. I've been on Instagram a long time. DJ Burb on Instagram.
Well, we're gonna have to help you with that IG, man.
Yeah.
But,
And shout out that IG one more time.
I'm sorry?
Shout out your IG name again.
I think it's DJ underscore
It's
Burb.
DJ
How
underscore
about you
Burb.
look at it?
And why?
Figure it out.
And
Trust me, I use his
At
Instagram more than he
DJ
does. It's DJ underscore
Yeah,
Burb. for
underscore
this
Burb
one.
on Instagram.
Instagram, Twitter, even though I don't be tweeting. YouTube, iTunes, Mixcloud, SoundCloud,
Word up.
Podomatic.
Podomatic, all
Yeah,
of
because
them.
I follow him on Podomatic.
Absolutely.
And I be hitting him up like, yo, dog, I know you called this mix this title, but I done renamed your mix. All about my money on my mind mix. Like, I'm focused right
He's sitting
now.
in traffic. That's
Yeah,
what
he does
be
it.
on.
That's
Yeah.
so funny.
But I hit him though. I
At
let him
DJ
know.
Nimbus for all of them. They're all the same.
Yeah.
And if you type Club Nimbus in, just one word in Google, all the podcasts show up. Whichever platform you're on, pick one, subscribe.
And most importantly, Paid in Full Saturday on Instagram. Please hit us up there. Also, Paid in Full Saturday on Facebook. Everything that we're going to be doing Paid in Full related will be there. We'll be
Chandra
updated.
done
for-
checked
that's
in.
dope.
Check this guy out on Saturdays.
No, we talking.
Remedy.
It's Paid in Full right
And
now.
Wednesdays.
We Paid in Full right
no,
now.
no. On Saturdays.
And
the
Wednesdays.
And Wednesdays, The Remedy, KPFT 90.1.
HD2.
And
FM.
we do a little something. We do a little something.
Sometimes these
R&B
DJs,
vibes.
Yeah.
sometimes these DJs show up on that show.
Oh,
and
we
then
make.
do something
I
live.
put these dudes to work. I'm
That's
not
how
even
it's supposed to
playing.
be.
We can't
Yeah.
just show up and like, hey, we're hanging out.
We drinking 40s in the studio.
Yeah. You can drink them. Just get this.
I'm saying we
Get
come to
your
do
Neo
more than
Soul.
drink. We don't drink them.
Yeah.
We do more than just drink
Get
in
your
the
Neo
studio.
Soul on real quick. You better get on it.
Well, gentlemen, salute to what you all have done.
Yes.
Salute to what y'all are doing now.
Thank you
Yeah.
so much.
Salute
man.
to the legacy you're leaving for the future, man. We truly, truly appreciate you all.
Thank you guys for having us, man.
No,
We really
of course.
appreciate
Thanks
it.
for bringing it back, man.
family,
The
man. It's
city
our
is
family.
It's always
electric
fun to
right
be here
now.
with you
But
guys.
you know,
that's
sometimes you
supposed
need
to
a
be.
break to recharge, and I think this wasn't. We knew it wasn't the end. It was just like sometimes you have to wait for when the time says it's time to go, and the other times it's time to chill.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
We were just flipping the tape onto the other side.
That's it.
There it is.
Family.
Reen, where can the good people reach you at, my G?
Instagram is Kareem.Sean, SHON. Twitter is Reen Boom Bap. Holla at me, I holla back.
That's what's up, my big man, Rice Gang.
Yes,
Where can
sir.
good people reach you at, good sir?
Yo, DJ underscore King underscore Tut T.U.T. That's the Instagram. Twitter is DJ King Tut
Shout out to
1.
Austin.
You already know what it is. Let's get it popping.
That's what's up. And of course, Layla E, where can the good people hit you at?
Until they give me a new nickname. No. You can find me at Layla_E1 on IG as well as Twitter, Layla_E. And definitely check me out on the second Saturday at Pay the Fool because I'm trying to
She
find
gonna
my
be doing a
hip-hop
walk.
soulmate.
That's it.
You know.
We're gonna be doing a
I
walk
love
out
that.
there.
Hip hop
Cabbage
soul
Patch.
How you
mate.
do it, Shameen? I know how to do the
That's
walk.
actually my hashtag too, hip-hop soulmate.
Love
Hip
that.
hop soulmate.
And of course, you can reach me anywhere online, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat at G Hawkins. That's G Hawkins with the Z. If you got any questions about what we do here on That Boom Bap, hit us up, man. Shoot us that email, boombap@thesphere.tv. Got a hot artist, a hot producer, somebody you want to talk about, just a hot fucking track. Send that shit over. Or hit us on social media at The Sphere TV. Use our coveted hashtag, That Boom Bap, and we will damn sure get back with you. But like we always say around this time, rap
Minus.
lies
Equals
hip
hip
hop.
hop.
And that's That Boom Bap. We'll see y'all next time.
Y'all know-
Peace.
Peace and love. Peace and love.
Dope stuff.
There it is. We're clear.